Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Cha-cha.
I'm extremely fortunate to be able to live in the United States, and I don't think I could ever truly understand what it's really like to live in a third world country. Poverty is very existent in parts of Asia, the Middle East, most of Africa, and parts of South America and Central America, and life for the bulk of the population in these regions is very minimal and challenging because nutritional deficiencies cause diseases, there's a low life expectancy, there's high levels of infant mortality, and overall poor health. However, the U.S. does have some work to do, and its income and wealth inequality is extreme and concerning when compared to industrialized countries. Children's rates of poverty, poverty among working-age adults, and poverty among single-parent families all show the U.S. having the highest rates of poverty in the developed world. In short, the United States is inferior to its counterparts of other developed countries when it comes to poverty. We have higher rates of poverty and less generous policies to help. The U.S. allocates a smaller portion of its GDP to social welfare programs than virtually any other industrialized country. Most European countries, in fact, and Canada, provide a wide range of social insurance programs that largely prevents families from falling into poverty. There's a substantial family or children's allowances, which are designed to transfer cash assistance to families with children. The unemployment assistance is far more generous, and there's also universal health coverage and considerable support for childcare. But the U.S. believes in picking yourself up by the bootstraps and not always relying on the government for help. But what is becoming increasingly evident is that there are more things that the government can do to help. One thing that has been beneficial is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, called SNAP and formerly known as food stamps. It provides food assistance for nearly 1.8 million low-income people, and this is just in New York, including families, people who are aging, and people with disabilities. It helps families and individuals supplement the cost of their diet with nutritious foods, and basically just provides nutrition benefits to supplement the food budget of needy families so that they can purchase healthy food and move towards self-sufficiency. This is just extremely significant considering the amount of food deserts in America and considering the effects that we talked about in episode 1 of not having proper nutrition and how poverty affects that. What politicians could be doing in addition is expanding safety net programs to benefit all in need, because it doesn't hurt to be generous. For example, the State Unemployment Insurance, UI, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security, CARES Act, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, and more. They can incentivize grocery stores and supermarkets in underserved areas. They can fund citywide programs to encourage healthier eating, extend support for small corner-type stores and neighborhood-based farmers markets, partner with the community when selecting food measurements, policies, innovations. Another thing is raising the minimum wage to ensure economic stability under the Raise the Wage Act, because the federal minimum wage right now is $7.25, which is not enough to make a living and hasn't been raised in over a decade. Finally, the American Rescue Plan Act improved the Child Tax Credit, the CTC, and on income tax, the EITC, and lifted 7.5 million Americans out of poverty in 2019. But it's set to expire in 2022, so we need to make this more permanent. I could dive even deeper into some of these policies and talk about how America compares to the rest of the world, but for now, this has been another episode of Money Talks. And if you're listening, please give some feedback or let me know what else you want to hear about.